Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Tanya Scott Pilcher, and welcome to Financial Sins. It is an awesome day in October, and hey, today is October 15th. So, what does that mean, October 15th? October 15th means it's open enrollment season. Yay! Again, my name is Tanya Scott Pilcher, and this is Financial Sins. We're here every Friday at 1 o'clock, and so glad that you're with us. My co-hosts today are out and doing some fabulous things. I have Anthony Murray, who is celebrating his 33rd anniversary, him and his wife, and my other co-host, Miss Mad Flo, she's out traveling as always. So I'm here today with an awesome show for you, providing you with information in order to keep you from going in financial stress, debt, whatever it is. But we want to provide our community with information so that you can become financially free. And so you all know what I do. I am an instructor for and a business owner of Get Skills. And Get Skills provides educational courses for those that want to get themselves involved in a $1 trillion industry. And that is the industry of insurance. And so not only are we doing life and health courses, but we will be adding property and casualty in January, and also the adjusters course. And this has been just a wonderful time. We are excited about what we're doing at Get Skills. And we invite those of you that are interested in, touching bases and getting involved in a $1 trillion industry to join our classes. Right now, our next class is scheduled for November 20th and 21st, 27th and 28th. It's a 4-day course. And if you have any interest in getting involved in insurance, then we invite you out. My co-hosts also have educational classes, and I believe they're done every day. And if you're in Savannah and a part of any of their Facebook pages, you will be getting information in reference to those awesome classes that they are holding also. So today, we're going to be talking a little bit about Medicare, a little bit about insurance. But what I am totally excited about is I get to showcase my family today. So I have both my husband and son that were going to be joining me talking about what we do. This entire family, I have that 14-year-old. She says definitely she's not getting an insurance. However, we get her excited about it this time of year also. So this is our busy season, as we call it, as we roll into the Medicare season for open enrollment, along with the affordable health care. And we're going to talk a little bit about the season and what we have going on, and how our customers can reach out to not just us, but other insurance agents, and see what information we can give you today that's going to help you get through this awesome season. So in just a second, I'm going to bring in my partner, my friend, my buddy, my pal, my love. And, we do business together all day and hang out all day. So I'm going to bring in Mr. Tyrone Pilcher. Tyrone, are you there?
Yes, I am. How you doing today?
I am wonderful. Uh, so Tyrone, this is Financial Sins, and we welcome you so kindly for being here with us today to just talk with our audience about what you do best.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me as a guest. This is my first time being on the program Financial Sins for as long as it's been running. So I'd just like to thank you for having me on. And in particularly today, being October 15th, which is the launch of the annual enrollment period under the Medicare program. But it's not just the Medicare program that this is the season for. This is the actual season for mostly all your health related insurance programs. So you have your Medicare, you have the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, coming on. Even for those who work for employer plans, their insurance election time starts as well. And so just a lot going on, a lot of choices people need to make, a lot of decisions, a lot of anticipation of what they expect to happen in the next few months, starting next year, and how they want to be covered, and the most they want to be covered on. So I think in today's program, we're gonna just highlight just a few of those, a little bit about Medicare, a little bit about the Affordable Care Act, a little bit about maybe some ancillary programs that can go along in conjunction with those. And maybe we get a chance to hop into some final expense. Not sure. Time will probably dictate how much we can actually cover.
Well, Tyrone, I know that your phone has begun to ring off the hook a little, and you've been busy answering calls. So, because what are people calling you in reference to?
Well, we're in territory area right now in the advent of what's going on worldwide. So most of the clients want to make sure they are covered in the event they have to have an extended hospital stay. They want to make sure and get a better grasp of how their insurance and the language and their insurance policy and what they may be responsible as an out-of-pocket cost in the event they may have that unfortunate circumstance of having to go into a hospital. So most of the questions just from a safeguard, just to make sure that they're covered, properly covered, and in case, because that's all insurance is in the event that something happens, are you covered for and reduce your what could be your financial expenses?
That's right. So, well, we are walking into not afford. I keep talking about affordable healthcare too, but today again is the AEP season, which is Medicare. And so our season goes from December 15th to, I said December 15th, October 15th
Yeah.
to December 7th. And are your clients looking at changing plans during the open enrollment, or are you advising them to do something like that?
Well, for the most part, my general advice to any clients, existing clients, is first look at how well did your current insurance program serve you in the previous year. And if they are happy with that and they feel as though it served them well, then my first recommendation is there's no need to make a change. Now, if for some reason they're not happy with how the performance of the current policy has been, then they may want to start to look at other options that are out there, depending on what county a person look at. And I'm talking specifically with both the Medicare and the Affordable Care options. Depending on the county that you resides in, you will have several options, and they can change from year to year. So if you think that your plan has not been performing the way that you think it should, then you may want to look at what other options are available in your county, your area, and explore those plans. Now, what we seem to do as an agency, we're an agency, so we're also brokers. And as brokers, we represent all of the plans that are available. So if a person is currently with, let's just say, company ABC, and they're not happy or just want to explore, they can look at company XYZ, but they can still talk to the same agent like us, because as brokers, we represent company ABC as well as company XYZ. So it's really like a one-stop shopping on behalf of the customer, and they can get all their fulfillments taken care of get all their questions answers, concerns addressed, and pretty much be set. Before the holidays, I like to recommend you might as well get it done before Thanksgiving, before Christmas, and then you can go right into the new year with peace of mind, knowing that I've taken care of the business at hand, and now I just can sit back and enjoy my family and friends during this time of the year when is a lot of families and friends get together.
Well, one of the other things, Tyrone, is that we've been getting some telephone calls from, some of our family and friends in reference to additional expenses, that they have with that Medicare. And
Mhm.
so one of the things that we kind of should be able to help them with is, Medicare doesn't cover everything, you
That's
know?
correct. One of the misnomers in general is that when a person think they have, and we're talking on the health insurance side, when they know that they have an insurance, they think the insurance cover everything, but insurance don't cover 100% of everything. At least most insurance don't. They have what they call it's a co-insurance, or it's between your share and the insurance company's share of whatever the expenses are. Generally, it's a 80%, 20% plan, basically meaning that your insurance plan is going to cover about 80% of those medical costs, those medical needs. You will still be responsible for that 20% out of pocket cost. Now, in some cases, that 20% can be a relatively small amount. But in some critical cases, and the major concern is hospital care. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
In the Medicare program, if you are hospitalized, most of the Medicare Advantage programs out there will cover for anywhere from 5 to 7 days. So in this example, let's just say 7 days for an example. So if you're in a hospital, day one, you may have an out of pocket, let's say average around 300, maybe $350. Now that hospital bill did not cost $350. It could have been 10,000. It could have been 15,000. But your only out of pocket would be that 1 day charge of $350. Now the national average hospital stay is about 4 days. So if you're paying about 350 and you're in that hospital for that national average rate of 4 days, then you're looking at about a $1,400 out of pocket expense that comes to you. Now, when you compare that to a potential $40,000 hospital bill, $1,400 don't sound like a great deal.
No, not
But
at all.
$1,400 is $1,400.
Right.
And most people, may not have that, especially when you're talking about our senior community that lives off of fixed income. $1,400 could be equivalent to $14,000 in some cases. And in that case, that's where a hospital indemnity plan may come into play. So the question is, what is a hospital indemnity?
Hospital indemnity. Yes.
A hospital indemnity plan is basically, and I'm going to use this word generically, it's a type of a supplement, and I'm using that word supplement generically. It's sort of a supplement to go along with your existing insurance plan. So in the example that I gave earlier, if you had a insurance program and your insurance had a $300 out of pocket per day for if you had to stay in the hospital.
Mhm.
Now, in lieu of what's going on worldwide, you might be diagnosed and have to go into the hospital, and they usually in this environment, they're going to hold you in that hospital for about 10 days just to make sure everything is straightened out.
Right.
So if you're in the hospital for 10 days, your insurance plan is going to cover you. And they're
Right.
going to cover you, but you still have an out-of-pocket expense of, let's say, that $300. And they may cover you for the first 5 days where all you paying is $300 a day. That's $1,500 came out of your pocket. You may have still been in there 10 days, but after that 5 days, you didn't have any more to pay. So the $1,500 is what we're going to focus on, and that's where your hospital indemnity plan come in. Whereas you can design a hospital indemnity plan that will cover your out-of-pocket hospital expense of that $300 a day, and you can tailor it to suit your needs. So
Right.
when you sit down with an agent like myself or others who offer hospital indemnity plan, they're going to ask you, and what they should do is ask you about your existing plan.
Right.
And they should ask you questions like, how much do you have to pay if you go into the hospital? And how many days does your plan cover where you still have to pay an out-of-pocket expense? And if that answer is 5, then you want to at least have an indemnity plan that covers a 5-day stay in the hospital. Now, if your indemnity plan, I'll give you an example, it can be a $400 stay that they give you. So the indemnity insurance is going to pay you directly for each day you're in the hospital. So your insurance have an out-of-pocket expense to you of $300. Your
Right.
indemnity plan may have a payment to you per day in the hospital of $400. So you get the money from the indemnity plan, and then you pay your out-of-pocket costs on your regular plan. And that's how it works. Now, the cost of something relatively that simple is going to be less than $40 a month, and I'm just talking hospital versus your out of pocket for the hospital. It can be less than $40 a month. So you should talk to an insurance agent and let them tailor it, because other things that come in addition to the out of pocket expense for a hospital stay, it may not be a hospital stay. Maybe it's just what they call a day surgery, where you
Right.
go in and get an outpatient surgery done. In most plans, you're out of pocket for a day surgery, you're going to be anywhere from 200, maybe 250. Okay.
Right.
But you can have and tailor your indemnity plan so that out of pocket expense to you is covered by your plan. And so it's a lot of options out there. They do not cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you'll be glad you did, especially when that unexpected hospital costs come up. You'll be very glad you had that indemnity plan.
Yeah, Tyrone, but if I get that money in my pocket, I get that check for each day that I was in the hospital. You think I'm gonna pay my hospital bill?
Well, now we're talking about an area of responsibility, and you should, because the bill is going to come either way.
That's right.
So and it works together. So I kind of like the math. If I had a chance to get $400 for if I was in the hospital for my indemnity, and my out of pocket was $300, I still came out $100 on the
Right.
top. And there may be some other hospital related out of pocket expenses that you may not be aware of till you really get home from the hospital. And that additional money could help cover you with that. So hopefully, when you get this money, prayerfully, you'll go ahead and put it towards the bills and not
Yeah.
that's vacation money.
Yes, remind them that the bill is still coming. It may be a little bit further down, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks after you get out the hospital, but
Right.
the
The
bill
bill's coming. The
is
bill's
coming.
coming just to ensure you're still breathing.
That's
So
right.
just don't forget that it's on the way.
Absolutely. So now, that's kind of Medicare. Well, we put the hospital indemnity, and I think we were just kind of talking about Medicare, but it does work also if a person has affordable health care too, right?
Yes. Now there is certain age requirements. So let's just say you got a person 35 years of age that's on a Affordable Care Act through the marketplace. Now at that age, you won't be able to get most hospital indemnity plans that I'm aware of. The cutoff, the threshold is at age 40. So if you're at age 40 or older, then you're eligible for most hospital indemnity plans that's out there. And in that case, when you're talking about the affordable care insurance coverage, that's more close to a 20% coinsurance, or maybe even sometimes a 30% coinsurance. So when you look at, in that case, an average hospital stay of $7,000 a day,
Oh, yeah.
and if you got to pay 20%, just 1 day stay, you're looking at $1,400. So in that case, a hospital indemnity plan would work miracles for you and keeping your out-of-pocket costs down. But you do have to be in that certain age threshold, age 40 or over. And again, it costs very little. So when the affordable care and the marketplace opens up also during this season, we want people to call and we want people to get those rates. So now we're segueing over to the affordable care.
Right.
Because that season is coming up and they kind of run concurrently with the Medicare program.
Yeah, I believe
one of the things that people really want to be aware of, that as you're getting your quote for to see how you may be eligible in the marketplace, you want to keep one thing in mind, and that is what is your income, and that is your taxable income, because the type of subsidies that you can receive through the marketplace is strictly on your income, and they have certain requirements. So based on the number of people that you claim when you file your taxes. So in most cases, if you have like a single person, no other dependents, when they file their taxes, they have a minimum threshold that they need to be earning. And I believe for 2020, I don't think the 2021, I don't think the 2022 numbers came out yet. But I think that number is just, let's just say ballpark around 13,000 a year. So if you make less than 13,000 a year, then here in the state of Georgia, you won't be able to get a subsidy. Okay, because the state of Georgia do not have the subsidy under that number.
Right. We didn't expand our Medicaid benefits.
They did not expand the Medicaid benefits. But if you are a single person earning at least 13,000, then you can get some type of subsidy to help you pay for your insurance. And in this coming seasons, there are new insurance providers coming into the market now. Last season, I think there was, in this area, there were just 3. And coming up, I believe there should be maybe upward of 6 insurance program that's going to be in our area. So there's going to be a lot more options. And one thing that option does is create competition, and competition generally drive the prices downward. So that works in all in your favor. So you want to take a look, you want to, give us a call. Let us take a look at it. Now, in giving us a call and having us take a look at it, I'm going to say a couple of things. I've heard from a lot of my clients that there are some insurance agencies out there that when you call them for that quote, sometimes they charge you a fee.
Yeah.
And it's okay for them to charge you a fee for the service because they don't know if you're going to accept the quote or not. And I guess they feel as though their time is worth a fee. Mm-hmm. But at our agency, we don't charge a fee. So if you want to get a quote, you want to see what type of subsidy you may get, give us a call, number running across the screen, 912-844-5222. We will give you at no cost a quote, and that quote will gonna be within $1, and because it's not an actual until we run all the numbers, but it's gonna be a plus or minus $1 off. So if we say your insurance gonna be at $39, it's gonna be plus or minus $1 off. So we pretty much on point accurate when we do the quotes. So just because it's free don't mean it's not going to be accurate. It's going to be dead on accurate to what you can expect to pay out of pocket for those insurance. So why pay a person a fee to get a quote when you can get that without paying unnecessary fees? You want to keep all your expenses down.
Oh, right. Well, let's see. I think I had a question here. Hold on a second, Tyrone. Let's see. See if I have it. Before you spend that check, think about IRS. Aunt Jackie said, before you spend that check, think about IRS. I don't think the hospital indemnity has to do anything with the IRS. I believe that's what check she may be talking about.
I mean, that's a good question to state. However, monies that come from insurance like a indemnity plan, an indemnity plan, it's not an income. So the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, has to do with income taxes. Okay, so when you get it from the insurance company, that's not an earned income, so it's not a taxable amount. Okay, so in this case, yay, you don't have to give Uncle any money, but that is a concern in some other cases like that.
So we had another question that asked whether or not we can get that if you have pre-existing conditions. Wow.
Now that's going to be tricky because a lot of indemnity plans, because they pay out very rich, they do have some underwriting requirements. So even before you go through all of the name and address and telephone and social security number and all those litany of questions that would be asked on an application that you are familiar with, that's the first question you want to go through with your insurance agent, because they already know what are the qualifying or disqualifying conditions are, and just get that out of the way first, where there's no surprises. Either you're going to be eligible for their program or you are not. It's going to be that clear cut and dry. So ask that question first. Hey, do you sell hospital indemnity? Okay, what are your prerequisites? What's the requirements? And once they let you know, because each indemnity insurance program requirements can be different, so find out whichever one they represent, what their requirements are to be eligible. And if you're going to know off the top whether you're eligible for that, and if not, then you don't waste your time and provide a lot of personal information that you already know it's not going to go anywhere. So it's a good question to ask before you even start the full application process.
Well, Tyrone, I want to just say, thank you so much. And I want to give you the opportunity to talk about your business. You got another partner in your business, and he's been rocking and rolling on the other side. And so you want to talk about PG Insurance?
Yeah, PG Insurance is Pilchard and Gill Insurance Company. Gill is a good partner of mine that's been running with me since the start. We both went through insurance classes together, and we decided to once we got our license to do an agency. But my other partner that I want to talk about, whose name is indirectly on the insurance, is actually my son. And my son, Baruch Pilchard, got his license, and now we're talking about home and auto, property and casualty insurance. And he got his license, and he got on board with us with PG. So I guess he's the other P in the PG Insurance. And my son Baruch, is really killing the industry for the autos, for the homes, and now for the trucking industry. And he's making headway that are phenomenal. And you're going to see a lot of great things coming, and a lot of service he provided to a lot of the customers. So you see, he just joined us there. He's at the office making things happen. I think he lived there. My son, Baruch Pilchard.
Hey, everyone. How y'all doing? What's up? How everybody's doing?
We are fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. I've been watching the show on backstage, and I got a couple questions, but I think I put them in the chat down there. Hopefully I get them answered, but I love the show so far.
Well, thank you so much. So I know that you have some awesome things going on. I've seen your Facebook, no, not Instagram videos. Mm-hmm. And then you came in and you talked with your dad and I in reference to insurance on trucking.
Yes.
There's something going on. All I know is that there's a lot of stuff that's still on the ports in all of these different cities. So what's going on with these truckers?
Well, just from doing the trucking for the last couple of months, I noticed that the prices are jumping. They're going up. So the biggest thing that we can do is try to find the best insurance company for these truckers that's out there. And Savannah being a big port city with all these truckers here and with all these logistics and stuff going on, that needs to be our main target. So trucking is something that I would say we're not really the weakest at, but we're going to get stronger at because it's so much to learn about it in the city that we're in. And so that's the biggest thing, just trying to find the best company that's going to be suitable for the truckers. And a lot of truckers out here are looking for either two things: bobtail insurance coverage, and they're also looking for UIIA insurance coverage. And a lot of insurance companies in this area don't cover it, but you know who does.
Oh. So UIIA, can you tell me a little bit more about that? Just because, you know, I'm going to be learning. I'm on the learning side.
I'm still on the learning side too, but as far as the UIIA, that's an insurance company that is basically its own insurance. It's dealing with truckers and how, you know, they take their ports off and on the ports and everything like that. And it's more of a different coverage that these guys need to have, so they'll be able to not only import, you know, more in and out, but they can, you know, go to each states and everything like that, and just make more money for themselves. So
Wow.
it's just really for the truckers to, you know, make more money. You know, they want to go farther. They want to as well also load and put on their cargo certain materials, certain things. So that thing has them more flexible into, you know, making more money for themselves.
So you said you have a company that does that. So you're able to provide the service.
Yes. It was little hard, I guess, finding those companies that would come to the needs of our truckers out here, but I definitely found one. I found actually 4 different companies that we can run through. And so, you know, it's not going to be too hard to really get these truckers to, you know, come on board with, you know, not a lot of people being able to insure the type of stuff that they need, but we're definitely going to find a way too.
Awesome. So if you're able to do that for the truckers, how do they reach you, Mr. Baruch?
Well, my number should be appearing at the bottom, but it's at 912-844-1587. They could call me. They could also text message me. We're also on Facebook at pginsuranceagency.com. You could also DM me on there. If you have a Facebook or an Instagram, you can also DM me and get in contact with me on there. But yeah, for the most part, just for doing this a couple of months that I've been doing it, prices are really low. Prices are really good too. So I have a couple of trucker clients, you know, under us right now. So, you know, they're pretty happy as of right now. So I can't really complain.
Oh, that's awesome. And you know, there's some other things that you're doing too. And so I want to go ahead and put it on, since we're on the air by ourselves today. Let's talk about the homeowners, and not really homeowners, but what you're able to provide to those that sell homes and need to showcase their home.
Okay. Well, I'm basically going to be in I would say I want to involve myself in more in the everyday aspect of a realtor. So I want to help them sell the home. I want to also help them be a part of that experience that a client needs to, you know, feel safe, feel that comfort from talking with your agent or talking with, you know, your realtor, trying to get everything situated. So as far as that, what we got coming on right now is a part of PG, and it's going to be also a new business coming up called Vector Imaging. And actually, I have a couple of pieces with me. You mind if I pull them out real quick?
Sure.
All right. So this first material that we have here is something that I would say a lot of people would use just to grab your simple photography. I wouldn't really say simple photography, but it can be simple photography. This right here is a drone.
Oh, fancy,
expensive. This right here is a drone. And this drone is used to take aerial photography, aerial photos, and videos of, you know, outside of the house to really get the, you know, the good, all the aspects of the neighborhood, all the aspects of the street that they're on. And so this is one of the tools that we use. It shoots in 4K. I'm going to try to get one that can shoot in 6K pretty soon. But that's as far as the, aerial photography. We also have a Canon camera that we go in there to use just to get, different type of HDR photos, different specific stuff.
Right.
We recently just came across a new machine that we're using. It's called the Matterport. And I have that one too with me. Give me 1 second. And so that doohickey looks like this.
So and what does it do?
It's pretty huge. I got it upside down. It's pretty huge. This machine here takes 3D photos and 3D photography of inside a home. It can also do somewhat of outside, but it's mostly a 3D shot. Okay. You put this on a tripod and it just goes in a circle. And from it going in that circle, it's able to take a 3D camera shot of what everything is around you, and you'll be able to walk in. It's almost like you're in the house. So you'll be able to walk through, see what the furniture, how big the place is. It also does floor plans. And, that's the new machine that we've been working with right now, just to try to, like I said, be more in our real estate friends, conversation day by day. They should definitely give us a call to get everything situated for them. And, after we take the videos and photography of the home, we can also quote them on our, homeowners insurance as well. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be more involved into the aspect of helping them sell the home and helping the client feel more at home too.
Well, that is a great piece, because I do a lot of just looking online for things, and I noticed that when you have the Matterport shots, they're able to see the entire house right there online. So if a realtor decides to call you up and you give them the service, then it allows a person to see the entire house, everything in it, from the comforts of their home, right?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Yes. I was describing it. Okay. So from the comforts of their home, they can really look at the house before the realtor has to actually go and take them to that place. It'll probably save the realtor some drive time, I'll call it some windshield time, and sitting in the car taking folks around. At least that's the old fashioned way.
Yeah.
And now with them being able to put up the house with all the 3D imaging and that kind of stuff that you do, it should allow them to even probably sell it faster, because they can see everything in it, right?
Yes. The real reason that we kind of went this direction, and I hope that we still go back down that direction, down that aim, is because at the time when we first started this business, it was a lot of catastrophe going on. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of hurricanes. We were doing a lot of traveling at the time, just driving through Louisiana and Texas and stuff. And that whole area just got so destroyed. So that had us thinking about, these news companies, these insurance agencies all need these type of pictures to, right. I guess look more at the travesty, look more at the catastrophe all around. And so that's what made us, go out to try to really solve that issue. And it can help with that issue too. So I've seen, and I've had a couple people and a couple of videos shown of the Matterport going into the house and actually taking a picture of catastrophe. So it could also take pictures of your home at its best, and it could take your pictures of your home at its worst. So, that's what we really need to start moving more down to in the future. And hopefully we're definitely going to get there as well. But that's just something that's coming up.
Well, yeah, you are absolutely right. And I think with the past storm that was that hit the areas, a lot of adjusters had to go out, and this would really help with claims on them being able to see exactly what is going on in the home, instead of just having to write everything down. Now you have a 3D image for that insurance company that'll give them a clear photo of all of the damage that's happening in that house.
Mhm.
So what else has been going on, Mr. Baruch? What else are you doing?
Really what I have going on is we talked about truckers. We talked a little bit about what we do for homeowners. What I really want to get back into is making more content. Okay, so I have a couple of videos coming up that we have in our storage area, I guess I would say, about how to save more money on insurance. Also, you might see me with some other entrepreneurs doing videos with them, other business people in the area, just trying to really stay connected within our community and really just trying to feed off each other and help each other out all together. So you have a lot of that coming up on the way before the end of the year, and just different things as far as just learning more and more about the business. I love each and every client that I get because it teaches me something. Each client is different, so each client has their own thing that they have going on and their own problems in life. And so just being there to actually hear what's going on, okay, how did I help this person, how can I go as far and beyond to help this person, is just learning, just keeping at it going and keeping helping people. That's really what I really say that's got coming up. So as far as that, I would just say studying and just learning the business as well as I can, so I can help everybody that needs help.
And that's kind of what we do. That's what the insurance business is all about, is helping people. So again, I'm gonna take it from there, Baruch, because what people don't want to get into insurance. When I say get into, at least making this a business, but if you care about folks, if you care about their well-being, you want to help. And this is the ideal way to help people with so many different situations. And insurance is one of those things that cost you money. And so if you do it right, it can be to your best interest most times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we are here to provide you with education, as much knowledge as we can. We're here to help save money. We're here to help you use your money wisely when selecting insurance, and anything that we can do, because as you continue to live, things continue to happen. So as you continue to drive your car, things continue to happen to that car. And as you continue to use your body, it begins to, kind of break down and need certain things. And so when you think about insurance, it affects every part of our lives. And I am so excited about my husband and my son being in the insurance industry with me. As a family, we handle the education part when you want to get in insurance. We also have the we do the life and health portion of insurance, along with doing property and casualty side of the insurance field. And so this is a whole gamut. That's everything. I don't think anything we are not doing, then it's not in the basic portions of life and health, property and casualty. So as a family, if one of us can't answer the question, we have two more in the household that can. Okay, so just coming to us, we love that you come and ask us things. And if we again, you got three researchers in one household that's able to provide information to you in all aspects of your life. Baruch, I think the last thing that we were working on, you were doing what was your last video that you put up? You put up something not too long ago. I can't hear you.
This video that I put up, which one? Which one were we?
I don't know. I know what it was. It was about those people that share rides.
Oh, ride sharing. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was my last video I wanted to post because I felt like that was really important. So I emphasized on how important it is to really find out what's on your insurance, because you're missing an important coverage called rideshare coverage. So you have a lot of people that's out there who's doing Uber, who's doing Lyft, who's out there just, trying to make some extra side hustle money. But as soon as, you get into an accident, you'll find out really, really quick that your insurance company might not cover that, And so I had one of my friends tell me that they're still getting through a situation to where they're trying to get out of an accident that they had a couple of months ago with Uber and Lyft. And, when I started talking to him about it, it was basically that he didn't have the coverage for it. So he wasn't going to hear nothing back from his insurance company. And so that's the really important thing that we have to really look at and talk about and actually let people aware of, because, everybody loves to make money. I love to make money. And so, you don't want to affect something that is currently making you money and then not be covered at the same time. Then you just in a hole. So, that was one of the key things that I wanted to point out to, everybody out there, as far as just being aware that you might not be covered if you don't have rideshare coverage on your policy.
And a lot of companies don't have rideshare coverage. I mean, they'll turn you down if you say yes to it. So, and then because it's so new, we automatically will tell them, no, we're not doing no Uber, but some companies do and some don't. So are you telling us, Baruch, you have a company that will handle rideshare?
Oh man, of course I do. Of course I do. Yeah, but I do have two strong companies that I use when it comes to ride sharing, that specifically handle when you're going out there and Ubering and when you're going out there doing Lyft or any type of Uber or Lyft services. Because like I said, the last thing that you want to be doing is driving. You have somebody in your car and then an accident happens.
Right.
And then the person in your car gets injured, your car gets messed up, you get messed up, and now you got to find out that you have to come out of pocket for all of that. And so, but that's real, so that's what we got to keep it real, because that could possibly happen. And, just dealing with that type of situation when you're trying to, do something already that's trying to make you extra money, it's just going to hop in between what you already got going on.
Well, hey, Baruch, I thank you so much for sharing. I thank you for being an awesome son. And I just thank you for what you're doing in the community. I see you out there even working with other entrepreneurs. And I think that's an awesome thing that you're doing. You're not only just helping yourself, but you're helping other entrepreneurs by expanding their business. Thank you so much for the shout out on what was it? It's National Women's Month Day, whatever it was. And
I was doing something specifically, just shouting at all the women this month that are business women, have businesses that's owned by women and that are business entrepreneurs. And that's the only thing I was doing. And a lot of my other family members, friends and stuff, I was just, trying to show love in that area, just because, a lot of people don't shed light on that. There's a lot of hardworking females out there who really get to the cheddar. And so, that's just something you got to acknowledge and just say, I see you, and keep on going.
Absolutely. And I don't know if she responded back, but she definitely made a telephone call to me to say, tell Baruch I said, thank you. And that was Auntie Pethro. She was like, oh, wow, that's so awesome for him to even, I didn't even know he saw me, So she was like, thank you so much. And again, I say, thank you. Thank you for always keeping entrepreneurs out there in the forefront. I see you videotaping with them, even your car dealership friends, and promoting them. And I think that's such an awesome job. And thank you so much for all your hard work.
Of course. No problem. Hey, I got to go, though. I got some other stuff I got to handle. So I'm going to get out of here.
All right. Well, you keep pounding. You keep grinding.
You know it.
our millionaire in the making. Everyone, we thank you so much, Baruch, for being with us. And hey, this is the end of our show. We thank you for joining Financial Sins. I had the absolute pleasure of having both my family members, Mr. Tyrone Pilcher and Mr. Baruch Pilcher, who were here with me today talking about Medicare, affordable health care, hospital indemnity, along with P&C, which is property and casualty insurance, where we, in property and casualty, Baruch has that new equipment that allows you to 3D the image of a house. We call it 3D imaging, and trucking insurance. So call PG Insurance. You may not get me in PG Insurance, but you will definitely get 2 of the 3. And if you need any information on any type of life and health, property and casualty, or getting into the business, both Tyrone and myself are instructors for Get Skills, where we prepare people for an awesome opportunity in insurance. My co-host, Mr. Anthony Murray, can be reached at itstime.murray@gmail.com, and Florence can be reached at madflowtf@gmail.com. I miss them both today. We will be back next week talking and just sharing some additional information regarding Financial Sins. We ask that you continue to like us on Facebook and on YouTube. We ask that you click on All Things Relevant. They are the ones that make it possible for us to be here. We thank you for just being with us. This is the month of October for affordable health care, for Medicare, for Women's National Women's Month and entrepreneurs. And this is the month of October, so I'm celebrating all month long. Yes, this is the month of my birthday, and when the sky is just fabulous and wonderful, and God is continuing to bless everyone. So we want to thank you again for being with us. We'll see you next week, Friday, on what is our show called? Financial Sins. Thank you again for being with us, and you all have a wonderful and blessed day.